Hi, everyone. It's Margaret Manning here with 60 and Me. Thanks so much for being here. I hope that you're doing okay wherever you are. It's a beautiful day. It's one of those days that I've just woken up. I woke really early, like 4:30 this morning, but I got up and did some work and went out for a walk. And there's something about getting out into nature early in the day for me that is just so energizing. And so I came back and I've got my cup of tea here. It's my super tea, which is turmeric, ginger, and I think it's got rose in it or something really interesting, but it's a really nice cup of tea. So cheers, everybody. I hope that you're finding something juice, smoothie, whatever makes you feel good. That's important. Now, are you planning any travel in the next few months? I don't know about you, but this is the time of the year when it starts to get warm, at least in the northern hemisphere here. The thinking about a holiday, taking a break. Now, you may be like me and plan like months in advance. I'm a great planner. I love to think about little bus trips and train journeys that I can take. But perhaps you've got something planned that you'd like to share with us, and we'd love to know what you're doing. Where are you going? And Jan Moore, one of our bloggers, wrote an article though about how to decide like what you want to do, like where you want to take that perfect holiday, that perfect vacation, and get the most out of it. I mean, AARP, she quotes an article saying that most people over 50 and 60 want experience. We don't just want to go to a beach or do something, that's not, it's not going to give us a sense of transformation. There's something happened to us when we went there that we're discovering new parts about ourselves. And that's actually one of the reasons that I love cruising. And one of the reasons I started the website She Cruises, which many of you know about, which is a website, for women who love to cruise. Because for me, I always have experiential experiences on a cruise ship. I like to see new places and meet new people. It's a real sort of serendipity takes over. There's something of the unexpected that takes place. But anyway, Jan says that it's always good to sort of question who you are and what your style is before you start heading out. And then you can custom build a trip that really suits you personally. Now, she talks about thinking about themes and memories from your past, things that have really brought you joy before, and the kind of just who you are. And this is the beauty for me of being 60 years plus years old, is that we get the chance to really hone in on who we are truly. We don't have to make exceptions for anyone, children, family. We don't need to do anything for anyone else. We can do our own thing and we travel where we like. So she says, how do you go about it? Well, make a list of the fun memories that you have had. So, and then use these themes for guidance. Like, do you like to take vacations with friends? Or do you like to travel alone? Do you like to travel with your partner? Do you want to mingle with locals? Do you want to do a slow travel where you just hang out in a place for a week or two rather than moving on all the time? Do you want to be near a lake? Do you like to be near the ocean? Yes, I always like to be near the ocean. Are you more of a mountain person or a desert person? What's the environment that you like to be in? Do you like to go by train, plane, car, ship? I mean, how do you like to travel? That's another question. Think about the times you've traveled in those ways and which ones were the really memorable ones. So those are some of the questions. Another question to ask yourself is how comfortable you feel in a place where English is not the primary language, not the first language. Some people think it's wonderful to go to a place and they have it in your mind that it'll be incredible. But when they get there, they find that they're not able to communicate in the way. And some people are very easy with that. They kind of blend in and make it all work. Others do find it uncomfortable. So it's good to ask yourself that question and then make sure you go places where English is spoken. So do you want to be close to home or far away? As far away as possible. So that's some of the questions that you can ask. And along with the actually asking yourself how you like to travel and what your memories and preferences are, you can then actually say, how do you live at home that you enjoy? I mean, what are the activities that you like to do at home? I mean, if you're a craft person, you might want to look for an activity where you can do your craft. If you like to cook, you can go on a cooking holiday. Or if you like to do pottery, I was actually going to go to a place in Croatia that did raku. I love pottery. That's something that you can learn. So you can actually shape your holiday, custom build it. Do you prefer simplicity or luxury? I mean, would you rather go for 3 days to a beautiful hotel and just purely luxuriate for 3 days? Or would you like to go for 2 weeks to a place and live in a hostel or stay in an Airbnb and really just have fun with simplicity? So that what's your style in your home? Just think about how comfortable you are in your home. Would you want to move out of that comfort zone or not? What about camel riding in Morocco or bike riding in Tuscany? Can you imagine those? Do you ride the bike at home? So it's like looking at the things you do really that you enjoy really a lot at home, and then mapping that to a potential holiday destination or activity. She said she went on a bus tour that she didn't like because she just didn't like being on the bus after she tried it once. Some people like group tours. I just recently did a tour with Road Scholar, and some people really like Road Scholar because and groups like that. There were 12, 18 other women or mixed groups, and they like the security of a group, but they also like to have the freedom to do their own thing. So, it's kind of a choice that we have when choosing. The other thing that Jan talks about that I think is an interesting one, and I think that since travel is so able to transform us and to be like an energy force in our lives, to think like, well, what is the purpose of your travel? Why do you want to travel to that place? Is there something about the culture that you really are fascinated by? Or do you want to learn a new language? A lot of people, when we ask them, like, what's your favorite city in the world? People say Paris. Paris is just like in a way, kind of a fantasy place. But, why is it that way? Is it because you like the culture? I mean, the museums in France are amazing, in Paris particularly. And there's so much theater and arts and music. If that's something that you are the purpose of your trip, then a place like Paris is wonderful. If you wanted to do all of that in a different situation, like say you have Indian culture in your brain, you just want to try the food, you want to go to the dancing, you want to go to the desert and go to the Taj Mahal, then that's your purpose for going, because you have a mission. And do you want to go take pictures of doors? Yes, I do this. And I know Morocco, for example, has amazing doors in Fez and other places I have not been, but that for me would be a purpose for going to see to experience the culture and take door pictures. So that's why we travel. Are you looking for a spa, relaxation? Is that your purpose, just to have a complete break? Or do you want to just see all the historical sites? So it's really, when you're planning your holiday, take the time to ask some of these questions. I think it's really important. Travel can definitely make you more creative and enhance your whole experience of who you are. It can help you to define your style. A lot of artists, for example, did travel to, like Gauguin. He traveled to Tahiti and was totally transformed. I think Henri Rousseau did the similar thing. He was a banker, and then he decided, I think I'll do this art thing, and he went off and lived in somewhere like Tahiti and changed his whole way of being. Some people like to volunteer. So travel can be more than just getting on a boat or ship or plane or car, going somewhere. It can fill you up with creativity, ideas, new experiences, new foods, new people. And, some people don't like to travel. I'm probably looking at some of you who just, whatever, that I like to just go to my own local places. Well, that's okay too. You don't have to travel millions and hundreds of thousands of miles. You can just do your thing in your local area. If you like painting or pottery or sculpture, most cities nearby, if you're not in one, are perfect for this. So anyway, Jan, thank you for this article. It was really stimulating for me. It made me think and answer some of those questions for myself, and maybe it was helpful for you too. But what kind of travel experience is best for you? How do you like to travel? And if you've got some fun travel planned, let us know. Tell us in the section below what you've got planned for your holidays, where you're going, what you're hoping to do. And I just hope that you enjoy it. And I hope too that I mention it every time, because this is one thing that we really feel we're offering that's helping people with thinking about who they are and what their style is. It's our little deck of cards, Aging Beautifully. because aging beautifully is all about the way we engage with our aging process. And for me, travel is like the number one, for me, is the number one thing we can do. How about you? How do you travel? Well, leave your comments in the section below. We'll have a conversation. I've actually got myself all ready for a trip here. I've got my hat, my summer hat. So I'm going to put it on. Wish you all well. Have a wonderful day and hope that you got some fun travel plans for the summer or whenever you're going somewhere. Let us know. We can share. Take good care, everybody. Bye bye for now.